Greetings, YouTube. Today we're taking a look at a Hermes ratcheting driver. Now, this is something I picked up at an estate sale because I thought it was interesting. It was out of the ordinary. I had never seen one like this. And it wasn't until I got it home that I noticed two things. One of the things I discovered is that these are proprietary. So that is a bit that doesn't exist commonly out here in the world. Now, I'll be honest, I could probably make one of those. I could probably convert a tool bit to that. But I've got my own ratcheting drivers that I happen to really like, so I'm not going to probably do that, but I could. This is more of the classic style that you probably, I remember these from the 70s, where you have neutral position, so it just acts as a kind of a sloppy driver, and then the opposite position. In this case, that goes in, and that comes out. And this is made in West Germany, so that's kind of an intriguing thing. This is Cold War era. But the fascinating thing I also discovered about it was that. So now you can really refund this thing. You can get yourself right in, not to mention you can get tight. So you can be this far away from something and then still have a ratcheting. As long as you've got that much clearance, you know, you're going to be able to get that. And that is an interesting design feature that I do not think I have ever seen on a driver before. Most drivers I have encountered have either been the direct screwdriver shape. They're just, it's a single, you know, it looks like a screwdriver, it just ratchets. Or they have some form of asymmetric handle, like I have a Husky set I really like because it's very convenient. I can throw it in the pocket of my sweatshirt and just go when I need to repair something around the house. And it has an asymmetric, so it's got a handle, and it's got this little flap on there, and the little flap on there is what pushes against your palm, so you can, you know, get the resistance you need to be able to torque it. But this thing really lets you put a lot of pressure on it, and lets you get things very close, because you can move the handle from here to here. And that's a brilliant, simple design. Also, it's interesting because this is wood. This is not plastic, this is wood. And I don't think I have another ratcheting screwdriver that has a wooden handle. I'm not positive on that. I could conceivably have one. I pick up things at estate sales sometimes in lots, so sometimes I don't necessarily pick up all the things I have in my like RAM. Sometimes I have to go downstairs and poke around. But right now, this is the standard head, and it's been showing some wear on there. So this was used. This was definitely a tool that was used, and I appreciate that. And it's got a little schmutz on there. I appreciate the fact that, you know, you see a tool that's been used, and it seems to have worn well, because if you look at this, it's still crisp. These are still solid corners, crisp, clean corners. They haven't been rounded off. And let me get this off again. We'll look at it this way. And I don't know if you can see this, but there's still a flat on here. And there isn't any real rounding in this direction. And again, Cold War era. So, you know, not frigging new. And yet, here we are. Not new, but it still works perfectly well. Now, I don't have any of the other bits, and honestly, I don't use this type of bit ever. I don't even like using Phillips heads. I despise Phillips head screws. I'm a firm believer in either Thompson square drives or in star drives. I just prefer them. They're more efficient. They don't strip as often. They're more secure. More secure, positive connection when you're moving a fastener in or out. I just happen to love the things. I don't like these. This is the world's best design if you want to slip out of place. But this particular tool was very well made, and it's an artifact of a different time. I don't even know if the Hermes tool company is still around. I haven't done any research. I'd be shocked if they were. But I will tell you that in the West German era, they made a solid tool that I am very impressed with the fact that it aged so well. And it's got some features that I have not seen in other types of, ratcheting drivers. So I thought people might find this interesting strictly from an historical standpoint. So I'm going to keep this in my collection. I'm probably never going to use it, but I find it fascinating, and it's a great conversation piece. Hey, I want to see an interesting driver? Well, here you go. This is an interesting driver. So this has been the Hermes ratcheting driver from West Germany.